Now I'm going to stick the foil tape and seal up the entire floor. The reason I really wanted the floor to be as good as I can get it is because I lived in a Globetrotter 1991 motorhome for 9 months last year. The one thing I noticed was that the floor, when it was cold outside, the first thing that would get cold in the van was the floor of the van. I'm making sure that the floor of this van, when it's cold outside, doesn't get cold. It has 25mm thick insulation, which is going to prevent the cold from outside coming in. And when you warm up the inside of the van, because I'm going to have a diesel heater, so when you heat up the inside of the van, that heat will stay in the van and it won't be leaking out through the floor, and then the cold from outside won't be coming up through the van. Once I seal all that insulation in with this and then put the plywood on top of that, then you're going to have, in certain areas of the van, I'm not going to floor the whole lot of the plywood, I'm just going to put in the units, and then once I have all the units in and everything's done, then I'm going to put the floor in the areas that I want to put in the van, because I don't want to add extra weight by just flooring the entire back of the van, when really I only want the nice flooring in probably the walkway down the middle. I've now checked all the battens on the floor. I'm really happy that all of them are secured onto the floor of the van with the Sikaflex, and I'm happy with this edge of it here where the step is. It's all very solid, not going anywhere, and it's coming out to the edge. That edge is going to be flush with the plywood that was already in the van. And for this section here, what I did was I brought it all the way down, and then I chiseled out a T-joint. This little piece here that was running there was on a rib, and it was unsteady. So what I did was, using this one, I did a T-joint under it, and even before I put Sikaflex on it, it was really steady. But prior to doing that, it was a bit wobbly, so I decided to put this T-joint on it, and it was really solid. And now with the Sikaflex in there, it's going nowhere. So what that does is it gives me an edge to screw into when I put the trim on the edge of that. So I'm happy with all of that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal it all up using this aluminium foil tape, and I got, it's 75 millimeters in width, so I got the wider one, and it's 45 meters in length. And what that will do is, because this is already foil and this is a barrier, well, what you want to do is you want to put a barrier between here and the wood on either side. Before I put down the foil tape, I'm going to fill in any gaps around the edges. You can see I've taken these offcuts, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in those gaps. I have the van hoovered out. Next thing to do is to mark the battens on the ground, and the reason you have to mark them is so I know exactly where to drill the screws down through the plywood into the battens. So the way I'm going to mark them is where the batten is. I'm just going to draw a line up along the center of the batten. for the center ones, what I'm going to do, I'll measure from the edge of the outside of the van to the center of this batten. This batten, I will do the exact same thing. I'll measure from the outside of the van, from here to the center of the batten, and then from the outside of the arch to the center of the batten. So then I can screw directly down into these battens. So now it's time to put down the plywood, and I'm going to reuse the plywood that was already in the van, and I have that all ready to go. It had a number of holes here that were pre-cut because it was an ex-delivery van, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a piece of cardboard and place it in behind that, and then stencil it out, so then I can purchase a piece of plywood the same thickness as this and then use that stencil. The floor of the van is now fitted. I have the plywood laid on top of the insulation. The next step is to secure the plywood to the battens, and I'm going to use 4x30mm screws and drill a pilot hole with a countersink on it so it can sit snugly into the plywood. And here we go. When you're drilling a pilot hole for the screw, you want to make sure that the pilot hole doesn't go all the ways down, so you can clearly see that this pilot drill is at the same length. So you don't really want it that. You'd want the pilot drill maybe this length, so then you have that small bit of bite from the actual, you've got the small bit of bite from the nail. You're making sure that it will grip the wood underneath when you screw through the floor into the batten, that it has that bit of wood to secure down into. So you don't want the drill bit the same length as your screw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen, you can loosen it here. So that's much better. Alright, so you want your pilot drill to be that size. So I brought the countersink, maybe you can't see it. I brought the countersink up, so now you have the screw is longer than the actual, it's longer than the actual drill. That means that you're going to have more bite for the screw to secure into the wood. The insulation of the floor of the van is now complete, and I have the plywood flooring now secured to the battens that are secured to the base of the van. In the next video I'm going to be tackling the side window of the van, installing that. If you'd like to follow along this van build series, please do subscribe to the channel and click the notifications button, where you will be notified for future videos of this van build series. Thanks a million for watching, and see you in the next one.